wanted to create an album by his favorite author. There you go. Crafty on Dagon. So there you go. There you go. We're going to have to check that out. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Very cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But there you go. Look them up. I bet you there's some cool music we can use. So I like I said, I don't think it was racial, anything racial sentiment or whatever the case is. I just think he was so disappointed in humanity in itself. You can, decide for yourself. I want to check out Lovecraftian movies. Okay. Absentia. There you go. There's some that are adaptations of his work. There's plenty that are not, though. I love the Dunwich Horror. Did anybody else like that? I really did. Absentia. I liked it, but I didn't think it was fantastic. I think it could have been done a little better myself. But in general, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? What did you guys think of Absentia? I'm not, I'm not sure. I guess the Banshee chapter it's streaming on DVD. It's on the trail of a missing friend who has been experimenting with mind-altering drugs, a young journalist, aided by a counterculture writer. They find themselves in a dangerous world of top-secret government chemical research and a disturbing radio signal of unknown origin. Interesting. The Burrowers. Say that 10 times. The Call of Cthulhu. Just before the advent of taking pictures. This was written in 1926. Of course, we know by who. They consider Lovecraft is the father of horror. Gothic horror. Interesting movie. The Cthulhu DVD, the Lovecraft story, The Shadow over Innsmouth, it gets a contemporary reworking in this film. Interesting movie. I liked it. The Corridor. Dagon. Have you seen Dagon? Interesting. That was a bizarre flick, just as Dunwich Horror was, where they, this couple, they rammed their boat into, smash their boat on a reef, and they could swim to the nearest town, and it's this weird fishing village, but they feel like they're being watched, which they are. At first, it seems deserted, but it's not. Strange inhabitants offer help. That was a strange movie, but I liked it. It was different. It was not your same theme type of movie. It was definitely different. Dagon, if you haven't seen it, It's bizarre. It really is, but I loved it because it was so good. Of course, From Beyond, Reanimator. How could you not know Reanimator? You saw Dagon. It was definitely good. Reanimator. In the Mouth of Madness. Who could forget that one? I absolutely love that movie. I love that movie. That is one of my favorites. It really is. That's his, Lovecraft's influence in movies. So, of course, In the Mouth of Madness, Dagon, Call of Cthulhu, Reanimator, yes, the Dunwich Horror. I can't say enough about that. If I remember right, I can't think of his name, and I really liked him too in it. Darn it. Castle Freak. The Banshee chapter. The Unnameable. Haunted Palace, of course. Curse was Lovecraft influence. What else was? Good movies. Based on Lovecraft works, we have, of course, Cthulhu. We know that one. Chilean Gothic. Dreams in the Witch House, 2005 movie. Of course, The Call of Cthulhu, The Whisper in the Darkness, 2005 and 2011. A movie called Out of Mind, The Stories of H.P. Lovecraft, that was in 1998. So some ones you should probably take a look at. Absentia was, I didn't think it was that great. I really didn't. That could be me. But what did you all think of Absentia? Let me know. No, I didn't yet. I didn't mention Supernatural yet. What did you think of Absentia? The movie Absentia. It's a Lovecraftian film. You gotta go to work now, Michelle? I'm sorry. I wasn't a real fan of Absentia. It was all right, but not the greatest. I didn't think it was that good, but that's me. So, you tell me, what did you think? Hi, Ike. You back? Have you seen Absentia? Yeah, you weren't either? Okay, good, because the basis was cool, but I think they really could have done a better job with that. I didn't care for the actors, and I think that's what it was. And, of course, he had influence on science fiction, too. Aliens, of course. Lots and lots of aliens. Some battled, some built cities, some visited Earth, some lived here. Some were physical beings, and some, no, they weren't. he wrote about them so early, in fact, that proper sci-fi didn't even exist. So, that's what I'm saying. These guys were born way before their time. Yeah, I wasn't... You're funny. I wasn't a fan of it. I really wasn't. I think it could have been the actors in it. I didn't think it was that well done. So... I don't know. That was just one I wasn't, that I wasn't overly fond of. Dagon was good, though. And his Lovecraft's influence, including the most famous horror writer of our time, Stephen King, was highly influenced by Lovecraft. The strange and monstrous creatures and beings in Lovecraft's works are not depicted so much as mysticals, but they're just aliens. Things from outside our space and time, no more peculiar than we are to each other. That they're so incomprehensible to humans that they go to the point of mind-shattering. His descriptions of the research and approach was often tinged with scientific, implying that the magic or supernatural forces were merely an aspect that humanity could not grasp. His fears and pressures were channeled into his writing, and he had an intensity to him we really didn't know about. But, of course, his most famous, many popular works, such as Hellboy, Babylon 5, H.R. Geiger, and others, are strongly influenced by his words and images. So, read them. Absolutely. And there's plenty. Pirates of the Caribbean, right? They're saying Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, was influenced by Lovecraft. They're saying, was he? Yeah, I think he was. Revival, The Mist, yeah. They screwed up. Yeah, I agree, Michelle, yeah. Oh, yeah, there was just so many. It's like the first passage in the scene of Lord of the Rings where the Watcher in the water attempts to take Frodo. Its large tentacles reach out. Tolkien never referred to it directly, but there's a Lovecraftian influence to that in Middle-earth, where Gandalf describes his battles. And the quote says, "We fought far under the living earth, where time is not counted. They were not made by Durin's folk, Gimli, son of Gloin, far, far below the deepest delving of the dwarves." It's just Lovecraft influence in that. The tentative identification of these nameless things. But pirates was Lovecraftian influence. Just so much, again, like with Poe, you may miss it, but it's there. So, there you go. There's some books that are influenced by him. Darkness on the Edge of Town by Brian King. Deeper by James A. Moore. These are all